So let's select all of this cladding. You can join it, and then we're going to do an offset surface command. And you can see these arrows will point in which direction they want to offset. So let's just say we're giving this wall some thickness of, let's say, 6 inches. So give 0.5 feet, or why don't we just go with 1 to make it noticeable. For some reason it didn't want to offset everything solid, so let's undo that. Why don't we just select these simple surfaces right here and try that command again. Offset surface. So this offset surface command, you can say we'll keep it at 1, and up here the options where you could flip all, so it kind of offsets it in, or you could make it solid so that it's always like a solid piece, or you could do both sides as well, so you're coming out in a different direction. But let's just try it this way. It doesn't seem to. Oh, I guess it did do it, but it didn't want to join them very well. So you can see it turned them into solid wall pieces right here. But for some reason, it didn't want to keep them joined. But
Is this like curved offset?
say that again.
Like an offset, and then you select the surface, and then it's like curved.
Oh no. I mean they're. You're trying. You mean like kind of combining the extrude curve?
So can you just go over what you did again?
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so I have these surfaces selected and turned into a poly surface, and I type this command. It's called offset surface.
So you said you turn it to a poly surface?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. To turn it to a poly surface, I just selected these 3 surfaces, and I typed in join. So in order to join polysurfaces together that share a common edge, you can type in join, and they'll create like one polysurface. So then you can do the offset surface command. And let's not make it solid, so we can actually make it look a little better here. So we're just going to make it 1 foot. And so you can see there's some thickness now to it, but it's not connected, yeah. So for some reason it's not working with this, kind of probably because of this weird shape over here. So another thing we can do is type in extend surface. And let's extend that by 1. Extend that by 1. And just keep on doing the same command. So if you want to repeat the same command, all you have to do is keep hitting enter, and you'll be performing the same command. And another way you can always check to make sure this works out a little better is you could extend it a lot more by like 20. That way you can make sure that it's actually working. And then you can grab these 2 surfaces and do your trim command and trim them out, and then join them. So we're going to do that with these pieces as well. We're going to offset surface.
So it seems sometimes I just like when I do these things, like joining the poly surfaces and stuff, then I just end up with like two layers of surfaces. Does it do that a lot, where it just kind of like... So I join the simple walls, and then you just have like a bunch of like extra wall.
Oh, well, it depends on what. It depends on what. Yeah, it depends on what layer you're on, because when you offset a surface, depending on what layer, it puts that new surface on that layer that you're actually selecting.
So sometimes it'll duplicate it that way. So you'll have just
usually
a new surface on a new layer, and then the old surface on the old layer.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it is like a new surface. Usually, I like to try and make it so that it could be just because of the complex form, but usually, if let's say you just have this piece extruded over here, when you offset this surface solid, usually. I guess it creates these solids, but for some reason, usually supposed to create all in one, but I don't know what the problem is. So you could always explode it. Oh, it always depends. It's finicky sometimes when you're creating these solids. That's why I guess sometimes I would create all as one. So I'll show you how we can just merge these all together as one. So let's we're going to offset this curved surface again. Well, actually, right now I think this is just a good time. So hopefully you got at least a little bit of knowledge of this. But let's take a break right now. And you guys can go to the bathroom or whatever, and let me know if you have any questions we can go over before we go to the next part.
For extend surface, how did you define like 28 feet extension?
So just type in extend surface. And then you click on the edge of the surface that you want to extend. Alright, so these surfaces are strange because we trimmed them. So what you can do is, a suggestion I have is to dupe the edges. Type in dupe edge, like duplicate the edges, and select those. Whatever you want to do, and I actually probably select those edges as well. Maybe not actually. Yeah, right. Hit enter. And actually, if you want to go into options, just type in options, and click on curves. Oh wait, no, that's what the thing is. Go back into that option. Sorry. You're going to type render surface edges and also curves, and that way you can kind of see the edges a little better. I would turn that off if you want to see it. But so now you have that, and you can type in a command called untrim, and then you can select that one, and then you'd be able to extend after you've untrimmed it. You can do the same with this edge.
But what is the default?
So the thing is that untrim command. The reason why you have to use that is because this surface was created using a trimmed. They're like from a bigger surface and it was trimmed. So now that you can't extend an untrimmed surface. So now you can type in extend surface. And right here you can type in the distance.
What was that command before that I could use a wireframe to make a object?
Network surface. So yeah, you're definitely getting there. think you just have to, the thing is you may have to do like the top and the bottom separately.
Oh,
Like you may need to make them as two different surfaces.
okay.
So if you want to like, maybe a suggestion I would have is
I
to.
just want to see how bad it'll blow up. Why can't I select this last? Okay, unable. Close. Cut it down.
You could also just try lofting all those. Select all those and type in loft and see what that does.
These?
Yeah. Just all one's facing one direction.
What?
For some reason it's doing it. Oh, just hit enter. See what happens. Crazy. Crazy shit.
Oh, it looks kind of like a cell phone run over by a car.
So it's something that got twisted.
That might have just been like the order I selected.
Thank you.
No.
It could be like the location where you selected them, but also if you hit undo, it could be like where you saw that line like going in weird directions.
Okay.
That's why it's just kind of easier to do like one surface as opposed to like a whole like. Yeah, so it's doing something weird over there where it's going the wrong direction.
I wonder if it's just not joined up. Let's just try,
So how'd you get the arrows pointing out? How'd you do that?
Okay. So let's say your arrows are pointing in. Is that what you're?
They're pointing upwards. I mean, there's no arrows.
Oh, there's no arrows.
Yeah.
All right. Well, did you type in offset surface command? Okay. Yeah. Here, let me.
Yeah, I think that was my issue. Yeah.
No problem.
oh, that worked. I just need to play with those arrows.
Yeah.
Yeah. That actually looks pretty good. All right.
If I want to fill in the hole.
Yep.
Oh, I don't.
Sorry.
I'm not the. I've been modeling a bit of my basic guitar, and one of the features on it
I hope
is
it's perfect. I hope it's
all fretted instruments. The frets are they're a very regular array, but they're instead of using regular instruments, they have
Has some bare mason tension.
it's either like exponential or
No, actually, I think my 107 center.
as it gets closer to the head, the space very close together. Do you know if there's an array function that would
I feel bad for you,
do that kind of
but
spacing?
you wanted it 107, so.
I know there's scripts that would do that, which would mean that we have to like find them from some source, which actually has some.
You need to select
which I
that.
could possibly give you.
Or is there a scale that can use? Perhaps scale regular thing. I'm not sure about the word, but it's more exponential than radiant.
Yeah, gradient. I guess that's what I was thinking was more of a gradient, but I don't know. Why don't you send me an email with that,
Okay.
and I might I'll get back to you with that one.
So if I want to fill in this hole.
You want to fill in that hole?
Yeah.
What you could do is do a loft command. from that surface. Yeah, yeah. So if you just type in zoom real quick, zoom, and then just select this area like that. Right there.
And then I
There you
thought,
go. It should make it easier to.
so I don't want to deal with that.
There you go. Are you gonna try to? Are you gonna try to?
Sorry, I was gonna go from this surface to that surface.
Or the spring?
Yeah, everyone reason. Anyone
Try to do 137.
Either one, doesn't matter. And then put in this right here. But
What is
what's,
it between seniors?
wait, are they? Oh, you want to fill in along this? Is it like a?
Oh,
Sorry, if you want to type in that.
Like, I think I trimmed it by mistake, I was wondering like how would I.
Oh, you can always type in the command untrim. And you can do the same to that one. If you want, or you can just extend that surface.
I got kicked out of 136.
Yeah. So escape from that command and type in extend surf.
Yeah, so 137.
And yeah, you can do it 20 or whatever.
That's the only thing I'm taking this.
And then you can be able to trim these two together.
183 is the final.
If you want, you can turn off some of those 2D layers to make it easier to select things. Because once you get like so many layers of lines in there, it gets really complex and confusing.
Okay.
Fuck this over a lot.
And
So we get 7 meters for 250.
So if you're pretty close up and